everybody, and welcome to Mystery Stamping for October 2022. Sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. I was giving Delphi dog a little bit of a cuddle because she's a bit worse for wear today. She's got a black eye and she has got lots of stitches and she's not very happy today. So, let's see who's joining us today. Wait a couple of minutes before we get started. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Saturday. When I woke up this morning, the sun was out and it was beautiful and sunny, and now it's a bit cloudy. I'm a bit worried about that. Let's see. So who have we got watching today? Make sure you say hello. Hello, Carol. Lovely to see you this morning. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday. So I guess I should start today by saying Happy World Card Making Day, everybody. It's the first Saturday in October is always World Card Making Day. My camera is a little bit wobbly today. All right, let's see what we've got here. Today's mystery stamping is all about using your scraps, and it's about taking a really simple layout and your basics to create a nice layout. So Carol, are you stamping along with me today? If you're stamping along, just remember to, every time you've finished a clue, just type the clue number and done in the comments, so then we know that it's time to move on to the next one. Otherwise I'll be stamping by myself and that won't be very much fun at all. So make sure you share. If you're watching, make sure you share the link to my Facebook Live and get a few of your friends watching. So let's talk about what we're doing. Hi Lisa, lovely to see you. I hope you're going to join us with the mystery stamping this morning. And you've gathered your supplies. Okay, let's talk about the first clue. So you're going to need some stamps and punches of your choice. I'm using the Bewitching cling stamp today. Oh, you haven't got your supplies ready? Oh, that's all right, Carol. I'm also using the Scary Cute stamp set. And I'm using these because, well, it's October and it's only 4 weeks till Halloween. And no, it's not an American thing, it's a Celtic thing. And yes, I've had my Halloween decorations up for a couple of weeks. Well, it's okay, Lisa, if you're just having a peek. I hope that if you enjoy it, that you might stamp along next time. Okay, so yeah, so we've got our Bewitching stamp set, my Scary Cute one, and I've got my punches, my little witch's hat. The next thing you're going to need is your coloured cardstock. Oh, obviously your inks. I'm using Memento for mine. If no one stamps along, I'm going to have to do this all on camera, aren't I? Okay, so we've got a card base. So I put the US Imperial measurements down the bottom. So if you're in the US, you can stamp along as well. So I've just scored this in half. This is basically almost half a sheet of A4. I trim mine a little bit so it's to the nearest 1/4 of an inch, so that everything looks a bit more centered, but you don't have to trim it. If you just want to straight out use half a sheet of A4 if you're in a metric country, or if you're in the US, half a sheet of letter paper, that's fine. You'll also need 2 pieces of basic white or very vanilla, and they will be around about 1/4 inch shorter than, or smaller than, your folded card base. So one is for the inside and one is for the front. Okay. You'll also need some strips of pattern. Oh, you'll need some scrap white for your image. I've just got another piece that's not really a scrap. Then you'll need, if you're using vanilla, you'll need vanilla, okay? Then you'll need some pattern paper. I haven't cut mine down yet, so you'll need 1 strip that is 5 1/4 inches. And then in the same pattern, you'll need one that is, and let me trim this down, 3 1/2. So they're all half an inch wide. And the reason that I'm using these is because when you have a piece of 6 by 6 designer series paper, often we lose a bit. I'm going to use the other side of that one. And then I've got this one here. So you need 3 different designs. So I've got 3 1/2 by half an inch. I think I've cut that one wrong. Okay. And like, you don't have to cut them. You can just wait and trim them off later on, okay? If you don't want to cut them, if you've just got strips. Okay, and this one, and then I grabbed from my stash a piece of the celebration paper, because I don't have any purple pattern paper. Now, if you don't have cardstock strips, pattern designer series paper, use some cardstock. Okay, you can stamp on it, you can emboss it, you can do anything. So like, I've got my piece of pattern paper that I've coloured with a blending brush. So don't think you can't do this if you don't have a lot of supplies. All right. Hi Kim, thanks for watching. Oh, you don't do Halloween. No, well, we don't do the whole party thing, but it is I do decorate, hence why I have, you might be able to see in the background, orange tablecloth, because there are some great Halloween decorations that are really cute. So yeah. All right, so you also need your bone folder. You'll need your blocks or your Stamparatus. You'll need some glue and some dimensionals, and I think I left my dimensionals in the study, but anyway, we will we'll make do. You need your paper trimmer and your scissors. I left my scissors in the study too. Okay, and if you're colouring your image, you might need some blends or some markers or something like that. And if you're using a die cutting machine or a punch, you'll need that, and you'll need your ribbon, maybe some Wink of Stella and some embellishments. So let's see what else we have today. All right, so let's get started on clue number 1. So we've folded our card base and we've burnished the edge with our bone folder. And this is something that I don't normally tell you to do. I normally tell you not to adhere your white until after you've stamped. But today we're going rogue, all right? So, and I missed out a word. So you add your basic white to the front with your glue. Might have to get some more glue. Excuse me 1 second, and I'll grab the more glue. And if you're playing along at home, you just do that step. Okay, so got some glue, brand new one. So I'm not throwing out my old Tombow glue because I've got a handy tip that I will show you in one of our upcoming Tuesday night lights. So that you might not have heard of those yet. So starting from this month on a Tuesday night at 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So remember, not daylight savings time when that comes into effect, but Brisbane time, so real time. We are having a Facebook Live each Tuesday night for a couple of months. We're going to trial it, and we'll be in those Tuesday night lights. I will show you some cards, or I might show you how to do a technique or do a product showcase. Just depends where we're up to that particular week. So we're not starting next Tuesday because it's Steve's birthday and I really love him, so I don't really want to do a Facebook Live on his birthday instead of taking him out for tea or something. All right, so we've done our clue number 2. So Kim, are you stamping along at home? If you are, when you've done your clue, just type done in the comments. Okay, so now you've got your 3 long pieces of pattern paper. So these were 5 1/4 inches. Okay, so basically 1/4 of an inch less in length than your card base. And they were 5 1/4 inches by 1/2 inch. So you're going to adhere them to the bottom of the card. Now I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to show you how to do this bit. Because remember when mystery stamping, it's how you interpret the clues. So it might be that you you think about them in a different way to how I have written them, and that's quite all right. So they were 5 1/4 inches by 1/2 inch, and you're going to attach them on the long side of your pattern paper. Now we're making a portrait card. So I forgot to say at the start, it's better if you use a non-directional pattern paper. So something that's got like an all over pattern, not that relies on going up and down or side to side. Just trying to think. All right, I hadn't cut my ones right previously, but I have cut them now, so we're good to go. Right, so we're going to be sticking the strips, Kim, are 1/2 inch wide. So they're basically scraps that you've picked up out of your scrap bin. Okay. Now, the easiest thing to do is to use glue on them. I'm trying not to get glue on my tablecloth, so I'm stamping along at home with you while you do this. Okay. So they're just basically scraps from your 6x6 paper pack. Because we know when you do a card front with a piece, when you cut your card fronts from the 6x6, you always seem to have a little bit strip or two left over, and you're going to overlap them slightly. You don't have to. Now you can overlap them however you want. You can overlap them by 1/8 of an inch and a smidge, 1/4 of an inch, however you want. Okay, so when you've done that bit, we're going to move on to the next clue, and I'm trying not to be too quick here because I know some people haven't prepared their bits and pieces to stamp along at home, and that's okay. It's pretty easy to catch up with this card. So Kim, if you're ready, you can type done in the comments. Yeah. I can't believe how cloudy it's gotten. It's really, really dull. That's a bit disappointing. I hope it finds up. My niece is having a baby shower. A barbecue this afternoon. She's not having a baby shower. She's not into that, but it's a pre-baby arrival barbecue for our family. And we were going, but because we can't leave the dog, we have to back out. But I'm sure she's going to have a lovely time because our family will all be there and they all love her dearly. And we're so excited because it's been a bit of a trial to get where she is now, and she's been quite sick. So he's grown and we're hoping that he'll arrive very soon. So let's have a look at clue number 4. Hi Kathy, thanks for watching Mystery Stamping. So clue number 4. So you've got your 3 short pattern pieces and you're going to add these on your short, well, I'll say on your short edge. I haven't written that. So they're going to overlap your other strips. Now remember, there's no right and wrong way to do this. So all I've said is that you need to probably leave 1/4 of an inch from the edge. So how you interpret that clue is completely up to you. So, and how are you going today, Kathy? Nice to see you. Well, I can't really see you, but nice to see you watching. Yeah. Yes, so when you've done clue number 4, just type in the comments done 4, and then I know to move on to the next one. Okay, I'm just quickly doing this in the background off camera. So this mystery stamping card is all about, as I said when we started, using your scraps. So you might decide that you have got lots of little scraps of paper and you don't want to throw them away. And I hate when I cut the card bases that there's a bit of waste. And I've actually joined a Facebook group which is all about using scraps, but some of those ladies are a bit hardcore. They use the security, you know, those security envelopes that you get, you know, the envelopes that have got the printing on the inside. They use those. Oh, you're about to head over to see your grandbabies. That's lovely. Oh, that's so lovely. Oh, that'll be nice. I hold out hope that one day I'll have grandbabies to spoil, but if not, I've got faux grandbabies. So basically adopted my sisters and my friends' children. Although some of them are getting a bit bigger now, so yes. Okay, so when you've done them, 6, 3 and 6 months. Oh wow. Okay, so the clue again, Kim, is you're going to add all 3 short pieces of DSP or cardstock strips to the short side of your basic white and very vanilla layer with liquid glue, and you're going to overlap the other strips that you had put down before. Okay. 6 months old. 6 months old is a good age because they can sit up and yeah, they really interact really well. But 6 years old is good too. So 3, although my daughter went through the terrible 2s for about 2 years. She's very strong-willed. I swear I went grey really quickly. But yeah, she's a sweetheart. Okay, so if we're done, so the strips, Kim, I think that's what you're asking. They are 1/2 inch by 3.5 inches, and you need 3 of them in the same. Oh my God, the terrible 2s. Yes, terrible 2s. I think it's a real thing, because I think they just get so frustrated that they can't tell you. Oh, and the 3-year-old's got a temper. That's so funny, Kathy. Yeah, I don't miss that. Although they learn lots of stuff at that age. Okay, Kim, if you're ready, we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so clue number 5. So, time for stamping. Okay, so you've got your scrap piece of paper. So you're going to stamp your image and cut it out with your dies or your punches or your paper snips. Now, as I said, I'm using the Bewitching stamp set today because these boots remind me of Wizard of Oz. Kim, remember there's no right or wrong answer. Yeah? As long as you're happy with what you do. So yeah, these boots remind me of Wizard of Oz, and this hat reminds me of the Harry Potter sorting hat. So I can see those things happening in my future. All right, so I'm just going to stamp a couple of things, and I'll do that on camera because it's not going to make much difference to you whether you see what I stamp or not. So I've got my stamparatus today. And I haven't even stuck the labels on the backs of my stamps yet. It's so new. Either that or I've been really busy. But we'll go with it's so new, hey? So I'm going to stick my stamp my little boots. Now you can do this however you want. So if you wanted to use a flowers and teacups work great with this layout. So does the Christmas tree. So does lots of other stamps. So this is a good layout if you want a quick card that uses up your scraps, I'm going to stamp that again just to give a bit more even coverage. This is why we have our stamparatus. Yes, it is a mystery of how it turns out, Kathy. And when I do this, I do this with a group. So we're doing it tomorrow because they're all in the US. And I can tell you that none of us have the same card, like same layout. We all interpret it so differently. And that's really, really fun. So I've got my little boots. I'm also going to stamp a witch's hat. And I use my stamparatus for this one because it's a fairly solid, they're solid images and I want them to be as crisp as possible. Okay, so let's move that up a little bit. So if you're doing any colouring, you've got some time to do some colouring now. And die cutting or whatever, I'm just... So I'm just stamping in Memento Black. And I hope that I've stamped that in the right place. But if not, it's all okay. I'm going to redo that again, just because I want it nice and crisp and dark. I love my stamparatus. And did you know that if you buy a stamparatus from me, you get a free Mastering a Stamparatus class? And so at the moment, I think there's about 6 hours of different tips and tricks. Oh, that's much better. All right. So just do your stamping and I'm going to colour that in. I've got my Halloween colours. I'm going to colour in her boots as well. I could use Stampin' Right markers, but I'm just using the Stamping Blends because they were the closest I had when I was racing out the door of my craft room. Okay. And we've got some, so I'm using, colouring it with pumpkin pie, some Orchid Oasis, and I'm going to also use some Parakeet Party on this one as well. In my head I had a different way to colour it, but that's all right. Every time I make a card it's different. Hi Sherry, how are you? You're up early this morning, is it? Oh no, you're up late, that's right, because you're what is it, 16 hours behind us? Yeah, so happy Friday night to you. Yeah, so did I mention to everybody it's World Card Making Day today? And so we are, Stampin' Up is doing If you're in the South Pacific, it's World Card Making Day today. If you're in North America, it's still Friday, so it's World Card Making Day tomorrow for you. So, I'm just going to have some parakeet party. Now, I'm not even blending this, I'm just adding some colour. So, what colour do we need to do the buckles on her shoe and her boots, I wonder? So, how are you going, Kim? Have you just about finished your stamping and your die cutting? I know you're playing along at home. One day I will actually work out how to punch out my hat properly. Or stamp it so it's easiest to punch out. Okay, so we're up to clue number 5. So, Sherry, did you want me to catch you up? Oh, you reckon she needs green buckles, Carol? I think I agree with you. I think we'll do some green buckles on her shoes. I love this parakeet party. It's just a little bit brighter than the granny apple green, but it's so fun. All right, so I've got my things stamped and Kim's got hers stamped. I know, doesn't that hat look great? It's so cute. I love the hats in that set. All right, so we've done clue number 5. So let's move on to clue number 6. Sherry, I've put some, put the US measurements on the clue number 1 for you. Okay, so clue number 6. You're going to add your image to the front card front where your DSP meets your, where your DSP pieces overlap. Now, I probably shouldn't have done it like that. My image is bigger than what I thought it would be, but that's quite all right. We live and learn, don't we? See, I've already made 2 samples, and so this is just a different one. So, Kim, how are you going with that? Have you attached your die cut image? So when you're done, just type done. I'm really liking the shoes. I've attached mine. You're done? Yeah. So you're basically getting a private class today, Kim. Give it all to yourself. Because you're the only one stamping along. But that's quite okay. I think it's a long weekend, so I sort of thought lots of people would be away. Well, it's a long weekend in Queensland, so I thought lots of people would be away. All right, let's go to clue number 7. Time for some more stamping. So this is why I don't normally say to stick things together. Now, if you make a mistake, remember you've got some scrap white and you can stamp your center. If you don't want to stamp in the white space on the card front, you can stamp on your scrap of white and cut that out. but I'm going to be brave. Famous last words, probably. And I am going to stamp my words directly on my white while it's attached to the card. Oh, the pressure is on. And I'm not going to show you in case I make a mistake. Yes. I'm really excited though because it's a long weekend and so I get to have a couple of days with my hubby and without him having to worry about work, but I have got a few jobs for him to do. I've bought some plants yesterday. That's a problem. And I was waiting for Delphi Dog to come from the vet yesterday. She, I was so stressed and I went to Bunnings with my friend and bought plants that we didn't really need. But our garden's going to look pretty because they're all flowering ones. So there's gladiolos and tulips and yeah, and it's all okay. So that was clue number 7. So clue number 8. Remember you had that other piece? Oh, she's pretty good this morning, Carol. She's having difficulty drinking water because she's got the cone on, and she's not particularly impressed by the fact that she keeps running into bits of furniture, but she's really comfortable. Like they've given her, she's still got lots of anesthetic in her system. So yes, but her eye is very, very black, and then she had 2 lumps off, one on her chest and 2 on her the base of her tail and one in the middle of her back. But yeah, her blood work was good, and so we're really pleased that everything went really well. It's just going to be keeping that cone of bravery on for cone of shame, cone of bravery on for 2 weeks is going to be tricky. But I think she's still a bit woozy today. And while she's got the cone on, we can't really go anywhere or do anything. Although I will probably take her to Mum and Dad's tomorrow. I don't think I could take her out in public. It's a bit embarrassing. All right. So clue number 8, it was sticking your white to the inside. You can stamp that other piece of white. Okay, clue number 9. This is always the same clue as the last one. So you're going to bling it up. So add lots of bling or ribbon or however you want to bling it. I don't know that I want to bling this one. I think I will. I think I'll just put a couple. I'm not quite sure. It's always hard to know. And it's hard to know what bling to use when you're just plain. So I've got my bling. Your bling is hiding, Kim. Well, you need to have bling folders like what I do. Although mine was hiding under a stamp set before. Yeah. So, well, I'll let you search for your bling and I will solve the mystery for you once I get this piece of bling that's stuck to my finger off. I tell everybody else to use a take your pick tool, and I'm not today. Okay, so our mystery is solved. Oh, it's hiding your mistake. This is my little mystery card. So this is, so, and I have done a couple of others. So if you're not into Halloween, I've done another one with, this is my Harry Potter sorting hat. And so what I've done with this one is I didn't have any of my crumb cake DSP left, so I just made it so that I used a piece of cardstock and I stepped it all up by also embossing the background piece. So I don't know if you can see the splatters in the background. So I've done the splatters and I've put a bit of ink over it. So that's my Harry Potter hat. And we're missing a piece of bling off that one. How can that get lost between the craft room and here? And so, in case if you don't want to do a Halloween one, and so this one I did it, I haven't finished it because I haven't put the inside bit, but I did it, you can do it with a normal, fold the other way. This one here is my Christmas one. So this is with the trimming the tree stamp set from the annual catalogue, and the dies unfortunately are not available anymore, but I loved this paper. So the paper I used for these is two, excuse me, is from the Brightest Glow Suite, I think that's what it's called. It's in the mini catalogue. And that DSP was a Celebration DSP that I've coloured with Gorgeous Grape. Then this one, the DSP I used on that one is from that goes with the He's the Man suite. So they are my cute little mystery cards. So Kim, do yours look anything like that? I can't wait to see what yours looks like. What do you think of them? Hi Laura, thanks for watching. We're just finishing up our mystery stamping. Yours looks almost like that, Kim. Oh, you like them, Carol. Thank you very much. I really like them too. I'm really a fan of this hat. I have done lots of things with this hat. You might have seen on my Facebook post the other day, I did the Sweet Songbird and I gave it a witch's hat. So I really like it. It's, yeah. Oh, you like them, Kim? So Kim, you'll have to send me a photo of yours. I really like this one. I have done another one, it's just not here on the table, and it's with the teacups from the Tea Bouquet suite, and that looks really stunning with the designer series paper. So this, as I said, this is a great little way to use up your scraps. Now, you could have it so that these papers are in a little bit more over to the right, and these ones are up a bit so that you can see the ends. But I just thought this was a pretty cute way of using some scraps and making sure that you're not wasting as much, because it's always awful when you've got all these half-inch strips that you waste. So that is our mystery stamping. I will upload on our the Creative Eclectic Facebook group. I will upload the PDF of the clues so you can play along at home. Might actually even put them on the blog. And I will upload this video to YouTube and also to, oh, you like the Halloween card? Yeah. Well, it's not Halloween paper. That's what I like about that one, Carol. I think it's really cute. I think that even though it's Christmas paper, it just looks pretty. Now, I would never, I have to let you in a secret, I would never have bought this stamp set, but my friend Meg in the US, she has made so many gorgeous projects with it, and I had an order that I was putting in for a class, and I had some stamping rewards, so I bought this bundle with the stamping rewards. And the beauty of it is that with the punch, which has got glue all over it, you don't even need to stamp it. So you could just punch out a black hat or a navy hat, and then you could put some punch out your stars in some gold or silver and punch out a different coloured hat band, and you can make some great little hats. So don't think that you have to use the punch with the stamp set. And the thing I like about this, and I should have done this, is I love this little spider. He is so cute. I have to bring him a bit closer. Look at his little face. He just looks hilarious. I don't know if you can see him. I'm trying to see. Yeah, he's just hilarious. He's got googly eyes and fangs, and he's just funny. I think he's so cute. So if I was going to stamp anything on the inside of my card, it would have been that. What I did mean to say is on the inside of this card, I used the leftover bits of my paper strips. So then just to add a bit of interest. Now, if you wanted to, you could make these into little banners, or you could cut the ends at an angle, whatever you would like. So this is just the foundation for you to have a play with, and make sure you share what you make. And Carol, I'm looking forward to seeing something from you. And Kim, I want to see what you made today. And just because mine look like this doesn't mean that yours will. So you might have decided that you were going to put those strips up the top, or you might have decided that you were going to put them on the right-hand side instead of the left. So you can do it however you want. Okay. So I hope you had a great time mystery stamping this morning. I am going to go and actually get out of my pyjamas. I've got my Peter Alexander pyjamas on. I'm going to get out of my pyjamas and go and help Steve work out where he's going to plant these plants for me that I got yesterday. And I'm going to go and give Delphi some more cuddles because she's looking rather sad. And try and get her to drink some more water. Oops, she keeps running into the chairs. Oh, you're in the process now. You did craft along, Carol. Oh, you sneaky. All right. Well, everyone, you have a great Saturday. If you are joining the World Card Making Day event by Stamping Up, it starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and there is actually a full list of supplies. I've made an online class on this Facebook page so that you can prep and get your supplies ready. Remember, if you haven't prepped, or if you don't have the stamp sets or the exact paper, don't worry, use what you have and just have fun. Like, not often does Stamping Up give away a free class, and not often do they give it away to everybody. So yeah, and you can watch it later on. And yes, hopefully you'll have a great day and enjoy World Card Making Day. And until next time, happy creating. Bye for now.